Hello, hello, hello. Patricia here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. And I have got the coolest set to show you today. Now, I'm going to use a few stamp sets, but what I really want to show you from the new catalog is this set. Now, this set is a 6x6. It's called New Horizons. The colors are Blackberry Bliss, Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, Garden Green, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Pale Papaya, Polished Pink, and Soft Succulent. Now, look at the cards. What I did, and I saw this somewhere, I can't remember where. It might have been, oh shoot, I'll have to remember it. But I fell in love with it. And what you do is you take one of these 6x6 and cut it in quarters. And then you use the parts of that, put them on a piece of, in my case, I used black. And then I used the black tuxedo black, or the Memento tuxedo black ink, and stamped a tree and a couple of birds. This one, whoopsie, I didn't stamp anything on it. How cool is that? Other than, I mean, I did stamp the thanking of you. Thank you. My heart is with you every step of the way. Thinking of you, thinking of you. Just simple. This one, I stamped the two trees and the birds twice. Here, I stamped the birds once and then just blocked out the others and stamped. But the trees, so I'm going to show you those here in just a minute. But let me get those out of the way and show you this paper. So, there's, I've mixed the paper all up, so I might end up showing some of it twice. Cut that in quarters, and there you go. Another thing I've done recently is cut off, well, I'll have to do that on another video. I think I may have already done it. But you cut it a couple of times and use different strips and pieces so you can make 4 cards out of this either way. And then there's the back. Now this is not so much a scene like this one is, or like this ends up being, but it's still gorgeous. A gorgeous sea or sky picture. This one, oh my goodness. I mean, it just very, very watercolor looks to them. Oh, that's the same thing, I think. No, wait a minute. Is that the same thing? No, that's actually a different one. Could have looked at the back and known right away. This one, love that. Those reds, gorgeous. The purple. This, great sceneries. You know, I'm going to show you some of these. So, done. So, just trying to show you the papers. The papers are fantastic. Oh, it's like I want about like 10 sets of this paper. It's so gorgeous. Anyway, I think that's almost back to the beginning. I think I showed you all of them. Anyway, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous papers. I already did that one. We might do this one. Okay. I already have some, which I just threw on the floor, that I have cut. This one, I stamped the trees, and here I'll show you the stamp sets I used in a moment. These two, we're going to do something with that. We may do something with that. So let me show you how to get started. First of all, your card base is a half of a basic white sheet. And so we are going to cut it at 5 1/2. Half the sheet on the long side, the 11-inch side, is 5 1/2. Be sure you have it up against the line here on your trimmer. Cut it. Now, you can make 4 cards out of one of these. So I'm going to go ahead. I probably won't do 4, but we'll have them ready just in case we decide to. Okay, then on your black, because this paper is 6 by 6 and I'm going to cut it in quarters, I want to put a background that is just 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch going around. So I'm going to cut it at 3 1/4. So 3 1/4. And I'm going to do another one at 3 1/4. There we go. And I could actually go ahead and do another one while I'm at it. Might as well. Okay. Then turn it and cut that at 3 1/4. It's going to be square. Okay. 3 1/4. Oops, you want to get it right on that 3 1/4 mark. There you go. Those are scraps. Save those. These are 3 1/4 again. Sorry about that, shaking my table. I think my blade might need to be replaced. It's getting a little... Now, one thing I will say about the blade on this, you won't have to replace your scoring tool or your scoring blade, but you will need to replace your cutting blade. And if you notice, when I cut this, I cut going one direction and then the other direction so that both sides of the blade are wearing at the same time, or at the same amount. All right, we're going to get rid of that. Oh, I forgot to show you the paper in the catalog because I can do that now. You gotta love that. This is the paper. It's called, what is the paper called? New Horizons. I started to say On the Horizon. On the Horizon is the stamp set, and we will use that a little bit. As a matter of fact, I'm going to use that here in just a minute. But I did use some other stamp sets, so let me show you those quickly. What did I do with my... Here are my papers. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this is On the Horizon. I have a big rubber band around the two of these because this is the stamp set. I'm actually going to put it inside here. I think it will fit. But I think we're going to use this, and then this is a gorgeous tree right here, and then here are some birds. But I also used, now I didn't use the birds from here, but I like the You're in My Thoughts. Okay, so out of In the Moment. Grassy Grove, this is the trees, or these are the trees that I used a few minutes ago. Now these two, you see, these are very similar, so you could use either one. So if one of those sets works more for you than the other, then there you go. Or if you've got both, whatever. I also like these grass pieces, possibly even the rocks. And then I've also got, now Arctic Bears I believe has already retired, but this was the birds that I used in a couple of them, and Thinking of You. Of course, Thinking of You can be in lots of places. My heart is with you every step of the way. Lots of places, lots of stamp sets is what I'm trying to say. So those are some of the ones that we can use. All right, so then let's go to, so all I have to do is match this up. Now I want to stamp it before I glue it, but you can see how it's gonna work. Now if you want to, you know, put it over this, you know, you wouldn't probably want to do that, but you could. Depends on what scene you want to make. All right, and then let's go with On the Horizon. And I haven't even used this one yet, so I'm going to pull it out of here. I am going to go ahead and put my label on. So I pull the whole label off, put it on my stamp, and I want to, whoops, before I actually do that, I want to get my little starter going off there. You know, to pull the pieces off, and then I'm going to lay it down again nice and neatly. Take the backing off of this, turn it over, and then you want to match it up as exact as you can. You get one try, and one try only. Once it's touched, that's where it's going to be. There we go. Okay, and then you can peel it off and set it on there however you want to. Okay, so I've got this. I've got my sky. Then I want to take my tuxedo. Whoops. Now, if I were using another color of ink, then I might want to use another color of background. Rachel Tessman, I think, is who I saw did something very, very similar to this. Okay, so I knew I'd remember her name eventually. And I'm going to lay this down right down at the bottom. Nicely goes all the way across. There we go. How cool is that? Very sketchy looking kind of design. Then I'm going to put this on my paper. I might even put, ooh, you know what? I could put the deer. We may have to put the deer on there. Okay. Another one I haven't used, but I'm not going to take the time. I'm just going to take the backing off of this. And this isn't exactly the right block for this, but it'll work. Okay, ink it up really good. If you haven't used them, it's always a good idea to stamp on a scrap piece of paper and make sure that, let's see, I'm going to have to show you as well how to do a reverse, because I'd really love to have this going the reverse direction. But look at that. Isn't that just the coolest? Our little deer. Love it. Okay, so then I'm going to take my stamp or my glue. Now you can use tape runner if you'd rather, the Stamp and Seal, or liquid glue. I like liquid glue a lot because it does give you a little bit of what we call wiggle room in case you don't get it exactly right that very first time. And you know what? I'm thinking this scene might need those birds as well. So I'm going to pull the birds out. As you can see, I haven't even used this set. Okay, pull my birds out. Need to clean that stamp before I put it away, but I'm going to go ahead and peel it off for right now. And there we go. There are my birds. Pull out my black. Now I need to see which direction I want these to go. I believe they need to go. Nope, that's upside down. It's a good thing I tested it. All right, and they'll just be a little bit over here. There we go. There are my birds. Did I still put, no, they're right side up. I started to say I would put them upside down again after all. All right, then I am going to take my card base and I just fold it in half. Make sure I match those corners up pretty much spot on. Take my bone folder, give it a good crease. There we go. Now I'm going to glue. Now I could put this up on dimensionals, but I don't really think it needs it. There we go. And I want to put it up toward the top, but put the same amount of space, generally speaking, all the way around. Okay. And then I want a sentiment. Now, let's see, what do we have in here? We've got thinking of you, thanks for everything, breathe, relax, and enjoy your day. I think we're going to do that one. So, whoops, where did I put it? It's here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Relax and enjoy your day. As I said, haven't even used these. I was so excited to get them. Now I will put the labels on these. I hear demonstrators say that they don't put them on either because they're being lazy or they're too sticky. I do not think they're too sticky. I really like them to have the labels on there, but okay. And there we go. Isn't that quick and easy? Oh my goodness, you can make this card, and this can be a very masculine card, or for a woman. I would love this card. I went and showed my sister these a few minutes ago, and she just was loving them, you know. So, doesn't have to be masculine. And, oh, trying to put my glue in there. All right, this one, how cute is that? I mean, just simple. And on that one, all I did, I cut it in quarters, as I've already shown you, and then I stamped the trees and I stamped the birds, put it on there. I'll put a sentiment with it. Now let me show you where the birds came from on that one. Might have to look through these and find it, but let's see, where did they go? Oh, it's on the one that's retired. Okay, so still, there's lots of them that have birds, okay? But the trees did come from Grassy Grove. Love this stamp set. Can't wait to spend some more time with it. Just a really, really cool stamp. And the die, where is the die? The die has, I know I had the die a minute ago. Who knows? It went away somewhere. But it has 3 deer on it. So, I thought it was in here. I don't know where it went. Oh well, it's around. Anyway, very simple, very quick, very easy to do. And here's the deal. Yes, I showed you a lot of stamps, but all you really would have to have is this paper. Okay, here's another one I did. More here. So these are, where's the paper? Here it is. So all you would have to have is the paper, black ink, a block, and a stamp set, whichever one you know that you decide to go with. There's no die cutting to it. There's, you know, you cut. Yes, if you don't have a paper trimmer of some sort, you would probably want to have a paper trimmer or scissors. But so easy. Black paper or white paper and black paper. Easy. Very easy to do. Now, I love my bone folder, of course. Some kind of glue, whether it's the Tombow Mono Liquid Glue or the Stampin' Seal, but essentially that's all the supplies that we used. Now, don't forget that right now is Celebration until the end of February, and with every $50 order you place, you can get a free item. So there's the Island Vibes, there's Daffodil Afternoon, the 12 by 12 DSP or Designer Series paper, Catching Butterflies. That is so cute. This is probably one of my favorites, Driving By. How cute. Reminds me of Driving Miss Daisy. This paper, the Sunshine and Rainbows 6x6. This is another 6x6, Simply Marvelous. And then the last free for $50 purchase is Awesome Otters. And then we have 2 $100 free items. And this one includes the stamp set and the paper for the Friendly Hello. And this one is Special Moments. Lots of wonderful sentiments in that. Then also, if you want to host a show or place a $300 order for yourself, then you can get Calming Camellia for free. So that is Celebration for $50 or $100 order before shipping and tax, and they're free. You gotta love that. Can't beat free. If you would, I would appreciate a thumbs up, a subscription, or if you haven't already subscribed, if you would subscribe. If you would share this video, that would be amazing as well. Thank you so much. Hope you have an awesome month, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much.